here on time. We're waiting on Brienne to join us. I'll get settled here. Let's see. Oh my gosh, I'm already sweating in here. It's hot. I'm ready for fall. Give everybody a minute to join, of course. I'm about to sneeze. Well, cheers. Hey, Brittany. We're waiting on Brienne to join. She's in Seabrook. We're going to split screen it in just a second. Howdy. Let me turn this down just so you guys, maybe I pause it. All right, here she is. Hold on, let's see if it works or if I have technical difficulties. Woo, there you are.
Hi.
Am I clear?
You're clear. Am I clear?
Oh, it's kind of weird on this end, but that's okay.
I feel a little too close.
How's Seabrook?
Yeah, it's good. It's really good. It was, we got here on Tuesday, the day before school started, and it was like nice and quiet and not a lot of people here. And now it's hopping because it's Labor Day weekend. Mm-hmm. So Brad and I were like, where do you catch COVID? Oh, it's Seabrook. Just kidding. They're doing a really good quarantine.
Okay. Yeah. What part of Seabrook are you in? Are you over by the water side, or are you?
No, we booked very last minute, and it was the very last house that would allow our sweet Daisy dog to come with us. So it's this pretty tiny house in the farm district, which is as far away from the ocean as you can get.
Nice long walks.
But it's great. Very rural, yeah. And we walk a lot, and we brought our bikes this time, so we've been biking a bunch too.
Oh, that's even better. Mm-hmm. It's weird being
How's
here.
How's school going for you?
Sorry, guys. We aren't like ignoring all of you. We're just like, I haven't seen her all week. It's weird.
I know. It does not happen like this.
No, but that's okay. I still have. Do what?
I said it doesn't happen like this very often. We always see each other.
Yes, exactly. So how was the first week of school? Everybody?
Good. What?
You guys feel free to jump in. I would say it went really smooth, like way smoother than I expected. So
same here, like way better than I thought.
We keep waving. Can you see everybody on your end?
Yeah, I can. I can see that Cara just joined.
Okay, perfect. I was just curious. Since I haven't been on the other end of it.
You're going to walk with me for a minute. So pardon if you see anything messy in the background. I can't be this close to you. I'm sorry. I have to be farther away.
For you, those of you that just joined.
Bear with me.
Brienne's
I'm getting some technology help. It'll be fine. Don't worry. So tell me about your school.
It went really, really smooth, like I said. But luckily I had... we're basically Christopher is tech support. So
lucky, right?
Yeah, and I mean we had so much training before, like a couple of weeks before, that we had to do. So this week just felt like it was more just focusing. I was prepared, and it was just focusing on the kids and helping them through the tech stuff. Oh, S wants to know, how's that vacay during COVID?
We're doing a good job here. The nice thing is everyone stays in a separate house, which nobody probably knows my saga, but we were supposed to stay in a big house with a lot of friends because it's a friend's 40th birthday party this weekend. And we booked that party about 9 months ago when COVID was not even a thing. So at the last minute, Brian and I were like, we can't not see people for the party, but we got our own house here. So that's why it's like super tiny, but it's just our family. And anytime you go into town, you have to wear a mask. So, and people have been doing that. It's going good.
Yeah. Good. And by the way,
vacay is not something
I see anyone.
Sorry. We're totally
and by the way, we've learned in 2020, you can do whatever you want. You don't have to see anybody else.
Right. So and that was kind of what I was telling you, was like, Uh, I know this is going to be a huge surprise for anyone who listens here. I'm sorry I've been keeping this a secret, but I'm a very introverted person. So when we come here, I usually like it because we're kind of by ourselves the whole time. And I've been reveling
Yeah.
in that. Our kids started school. We just had a lot of time to ourselves. Brian and I have really taken pretty much the whole time off of work, which we never do ever.
Yeah.
And that is the nice thing about leaving your house, right? Because you can actually do that. But it's getting busy now here, and then like our friends for the party are coming too, and I'm looking forward to that. But then the part of me is like, I just like it when it's just the four of us.
Yeah. Well, especially in these times, I think it's harder right now because you get that anxiety, you know, when you're around other people. And you guys, tell us how school's going for you. I know there's like a delayed response, but type it in. Tell us how it's going.
Type it in.
I saw a lot of y'all's pictures this week.
Use that keyboard.
Do what?
I'm just telling everyone, type it in. Use that keyboard.
Yeah. Well, you know what I'm saying.
I know. Hi, Mrs. Match.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I'm really, really impressed with the WAVA program. I feel like it is just so beautifully done, and it's so night and day compared to last year that just like there's a huge burden off of my shoulder, or, you know, weight off my shoulders. And sorry, I am totally glistening over here. Has it changed, Brienne? It's still hot here and in this room. But I've been busy because this is like raccoon moment for me. I was giving all the plants like haircuts and watering and replanting because I was in the throes of that from this week's batch.
Who needed a haircut? Who needed a haircut? I need to know. Who got a haircut?
Our fern, like our shop fern needed one, and so did some of the other things. And I'm gonna trial. We have our own lipstick plants too that I think are looking pretty good, and I think we just need to replant them and see if we could propagate.
The old ones or the new ones?
The old ones. So,
oh, cool.
Anyways, sorry to get sidetracked, everybody. That's kind of what I was doing in the shop today, so I'm like really overheated, going in and outside. Turns out.
And is it hot there?
It's warm. Yeah. How about there?
Cooler. Yesterday was nice, like 71, but today is a balmy 59.
Lovely. But I'm actually ready for that. I don't know about you guys, but I am ready for fall weather. Yeah. Kind of over it. We don't have AC. So,
well, and with school starting, you just kind of like, let's just do it.
Yeah. And you're stuck inside. And when it's nice out, you're just like looking out there like, but anyways. Okay. So
That's funny. Cara just said 59 sounds amazing. It is.
Yeah.
It was drizzling and 59, and the fog was over the trees. It was really pretty this morning.
Yeah. Oh, you're outside. Yeah.
What happened to your bike, by the way?
I think it has something to do with tires.
We'll wait on his in the dark. Maybe he ran over a nail when he was running around in the dark.
Probably. Yes. Oh, sorry. I was reading at the same time. Also left fall and drizzling. Yes. There's just something about it. I think the first couple of years I lived here, I was not, it took some adjustment to this weather coming from the south. But now it's a welcome. Like I'm ready for it as well. Oh, the fog. That's my favorite. Love fog. I have a lot of
so pretty
photography or photos of fog.
I've been trying to take photos of the fog in the trees, and just no, it's not working.
Yeah. You probably need a better camera.
Probably. I probably just need you. You should be here.
Yeah, the kids would love that. They've been begging to either go to Seabrook or Chelan. That's like their two favorites, which who wouldn't love that?
Who wouldn't?
Yeah.
And I'm serious. I want to come back again in October. Although, did you hear the same thing Brian heard yesterday? Brian heard I can't tell if he was pulling my leg, and I did not spend time to figure it out. So maybe you will already know this, but he said that he heard that the health department said yesterday that elementary school kids are going to start in this month back to school. Have you heard that?
That they're going to actually go back to school?
Yeah. Yep.
I have not. But I also haven't been looking at anything because I think for me, like I've internally made that decision that like no matter for my age kids, no matter what goes down this year, I'm going to just finish homeschool.
Well, you're set. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
like
set.
I feel like they need more stability and just a routine and a schedule this year. And then of course we're dying to go back to St. Nick's. So we'll be doing that next year. But I think for this year, no matter what happens, I'm probably just going to finish it up. Now, we'll reassess that come January.
Yeah,
I've been teaching for several months. But go ahead.
When the winter, fall, drizzle has lost its luster.
Yeah.
And you're like, go to school.
Yeah. And it's funny because this week Violet has really enjoyed it, which is great. And so she's already like in her mind, she's like, well, she asked me if she could just homeschool from here on out. And I was like,
no,
we'll come back to that.
Yeah. I mean, are you going to be your own teacher at this point or? Yeah.
Because there is a lot. I mean, my biggest issue is pivoting between the two grades. It's not bad at all this week. I do feel like it's been very eye-opening to actually have curriculum and like follow, and plan and advanced prep and stuff. I'm learning a lot about them.
Yeah, your kids?
Mm-hmm.
Your kids.
A lot. I don't know. Christopher, are they listening? Oh, I also see, let's go back. I see some while we're waiting for him to tell me.
I saw comments about the hilltop.
The skinny shorts, leg cut. Yeah. And they'll wear them into like, they'll wear them into like the winter. The shorts. I'm always like, it's freezing.
It's so weird.
Hilltop. Oh, because it used to be, right? Hilltop being so dangerous.
It did. Like, yeah, when I was growing up, you could not go there, even during the daylight. You just weren't. You weren't allowed. Do you want to come say hi?
But we can't really, like, where S is coming from, and like both of us being from Memphis, and how's it going over there?
She's on a break from her class right now.
Oh, nice.
She still is in school right now, right? Yeah.
Nice.
Love you. Okay. I think I was distracting her.
Oh, yeah, probably. We'll keep it short and sweet so you can get back to your vacation too. What was I saying? Oh, Hilltop. I think coming from like our perception is just so different because we just come from such a dangerous area. We're second in homicide under Detroit. I mean,
that's serious.
Hilltop's child's play.
I heard some stories from my friends growing up, like, oh wow, yeah, because you feel pretty sheltered here.
Yeah,
but Tacoma is completely different from when I grew up. Like,
absolutely,
it is completely different. There was nothing in downtown when I was growing up, like nothing at all, except the Children's Museum.
Yeah. There's an actual Instagram page that's called that you guys should follow. It's kind of funny. I guess if you're not from Memphis, you probably wouldn't.
Is it called Tacoma is Nothing Like When I Grew Up?
No, sorry. I was looking at the comment, his hashtag, the Memphis. Sorry. No, well, I agree. Like, sorry, I was like totally skipping around. The Tacoma is different from when even I moved here. What, 10?
Yeah.
11? I lost track.
It's changed a lot.
Yeah.
Definitely like an emergence of artists, and that was not part of it here before.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that it's like the Glass Museum and all that stuff. I feel like really ramped that stuff up in the Tacoma Art Museum. So it's been, I love Tacoma. It's like a little bit of home, but not kind of vibe. So
I love Tacoma.
Oh, I know what I was going to ask. So
what?
This week, talking about school, I finished one of the school days and I was like, I'm headed to Target to buy. It was one of those, this is kind of like the eyebrow conversation. So this is totally off topic, but it was spurred by going back to school. I went and bought something that I have never owned, that I have no idea why it took me my entire lifetime to go buy. And it has changed my life.
What is it?
An electric pencil sharpener.
Oh, sweet Jesus, yeah.
I'm like so obsessed with it now too. And I have been just using like those little rinky dink things for so long. But I'm like, how have I had kids for 10 years and I have been hand cranking away on like colored pencils?
Well, and when you do, oh my God, they break off too.
All the time. And
and then you have to take that, and the lead gets stuck in that little thing. It doesn't happen with the electric ones.
Yeah, it's amazing. I'm addicted to it.
Congratulations on that purchase. What a smart purchase to make. And so timely.
I'm looking at the comments rolling in. I want you guys to tell me what's one thing that you've gone forever without and then purchased it and thought, why did I do this to myself? Yes, I know, Christopher. But the girls even had like their whole pack of pencils and they were just standing there.
Because it's so fun. Remember when you were, I don't know if this happened in your class, but when I was in elementary school, one of the rewards was sharpening pencils. If you were good, you got to sharpen pencils for the whole class.
Did you have an electric?
You just stood there going, it was so fun. I loved it. And then I volunteered in Max's class last year, and the teacher was like, I'm there to do whatever she wants. And she was like, hey, do you want to sharpen this baggie of pencils? I'm like, yeah, I know. So fun.
It's funny how it takes you back. The only thing I remember about pencil sharpeners when I was in school was 6th grade and had this teacher, Mrs. Waters, and she actually ended up being a high school teacher later on. You know, we were K through 12, and she was the grammar, literature, like that was kind of her area of expertise, and we would switch between the teachers in 6th grade. Anyways, she had one of those old school, like on the wall, and you crank it. And the only thing I remember about the pencil sharpener is learning. I asked if I could get up and sharpen I said, can I get up and sharpen my pencil? And she said, I don't know, can you? And I was like,
oh no.
And I was supposed to say, may I? And that stuck with me for life.
Teacher, may I?
Where you are out there. She was a motorcycle mama too. She rode a motorcycle, and like totally, she probably should have already been retired. And she would dye her hair like jet black and rode a motorcycle. We thought, wow. I was like, that's how I want to be one day.
I just call your teacher an ass. I think you're talking about your teacher.
I feel like that's.
I don't think it's mine.
Sorry, everybody.
Mine let me sharpen
I'm
pencils.
just shining up.
Well, and I'm in the dark. I can't figure. Anyways, whatever. I'm doing my best here. It's a tiny house.
Yes, it's the best kind, I think. Anyways, I clean very much, especially when you have to clean when you leave. Do you have to do that for your contract?
Not really. No.
That's fine.
You just take your stuff out. They don't really. I think they want you to empty the garbage. Maybe it's easy.
Yeah. Yes, the preacher. That's what I've got over here. It's like I'm sick of being so hot in here. I cannot wait for winter. I don't care if I have to bundle. I don't care if it's freezing.
No, I'm ready to bundle. I'm happy. It feels good to bundle.
I'm like,
I have another visitor now.
Oh, hi, Max.
Hold on. Let me see if I can still lift this guy. Oh my God, barely. Hi, this is Max.
Is he doing his schoolwork in his helmet?
He's done.
I finished at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
My girls were pretty much done when I left.
It was like 10.
Yeah.
It was 10. He had an early day today, but I've been impressed with the amount of teaching. Let's just put it that way.
People are telling you hi, Max.
Say hi.
So I guess no one is going to tell us their one purchase that changed their lives. So
I'll tell you mine. I have a couple, but they're kind of dumb.
my biggest electric pencil sharpener isn't.
Well, but you're talking about your whole life. I'm trying to think of something I could actually say that was like, I waited my whole life to buy this and like, whoa, why did I wait? I tried a Peloton bike at the Peloton store in California like 6 years ago, maybe 7 years ago. And I was like, I need this. And then I never bought one. And then we finally got it. And I was like, that was dumb. I could have been doing this for 6+ more years.
Mom, can you be done so I can?
In a minute.
Dad,
you go this way, okay?
Don't worry, we won't be long, Max.
He always has an agenda, and he does not care what you are doing. He's gonna just tell you what his agenda is.
It's okay.
Yeah.
He'll learn.
Oh, Mrs. Deagle! I'll tell Max. I'll tell him. Okay. He'll be late, pumped about it. And the other thing was like Brian and I had this old bed forever that we like when we first got married. We got it as a hand-me-down, and it was fine, but it just like wasn't. And then we had Max, and we went shopping and like laid on all the beds and tried all the beds. And the one that we have now, oh my gosh, when I get in bed, I'm just like, why would we not have invested in a better bed sooner? It's like
shoes. You've got to have a good bed, and you've got to have good shoes.
Yeah, and when you finally get it, you're like, oh, now I get it. Because like, even when you go to really nice hotels, and they were always like, I would never want to leave the nice hotels because the beds were so perfect. And now when I go to nice hotels, I'm like, my bed's better. I can't wait to go home to my bed.
Yes. Look at my hair. It's like
your hair's getting bigger. Mine's getting thinner.
The humidity. Okay. I was going to, we were going to talk about,
workshop?
Well, yeah, let's talk about the workshop, which is next week. And I actually bagged some up because I got to make some deliveries after I leave here. Just wanted to show you guys. So we're going to do natural wood beaded garland.
That was a mouthful for you.
Yeah, and it comes with everything you could possibly need, and something extra too. So I tested.
Is this something extra us when we teach the class and they laugh?
Yeah.
Just kidding. There's something extra in your bag.
So of course there's enough beads in this little bag here to make a 6-foot garland. And then I just want everybody to know who's receiving one today. If you're on here, there is very sharp needle in the back. Wow. So be careful when you open it. And I'll make sure to kind of privately message you guys too. So there is more like it's just easier to get the small beads, the different sizes onto this one. So I'm just going to give you guys both of those. And then you're going to have bundles that are color coded for tassels versus the actual garland. And if anybody wants to do 2 3-foot garland instead of the 6, let me know, because all I gotta do is put a little bit of extra stuff in there for the tassel, 2 extra tassels. And I think that was really it, which kind of leads us into the giveaway, because we are giving a spot away to next week's workshop. I can't talk words.
If you haven't seen the giveaway, you should check out our page, obviously, and check it out because it's a really good giveaway. It's all the good fun stuff.
The giant bag of basically all Hey Darlin items and a spot in the workshop. So I just wanted to mention that before we let Brianne get back to her vacation.
And workshop is next Thursday, right?
7 to 8. And if we're going to make the announcement for the dinner on Tuesday after everybody's back from like Labor Day. And then I can give that to whoever wins really easily. That kit.
Perfect.
For the workshop. It's getting too hot here. I'm like, can't even think.
I can't. Oh, you froze there for a second. I was still hearing you, but your face was frozen.
I'm sure it was frozen in one of those weird looks too.
No, it was a good one.
It always does that when you're like, you stop to like pick your nose, and then it's like,
caught. Someone on Instagram probably watches and is like, oh. They're going to live that for a while.
Exactly. Then let's give them a little bit of a teaser for next week's bag.
I bet you.
So there are a couple of this week's bags. I cannot talk today. I am sorry. Just ignore me. So I will leave those up on the site because I know many of you didn't actually start school this week. A lot of people are starting next week. So if there is a special someone who's either teaching homeschool or you have a teacher you want to give it to, they're still up on the site. And then we're going to still roll into self-care stuff next week. So that's your hint.
Perfect. I can't wait to get my bag from this week when I get home.
I got it sitting right here for you.
Yay!
I'll let you pick out the color pencils though.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't going to do that for you.
Yeah.
And oh, thanks. We're excited. Obviously we reached 1,000 followers, and we know that's like nothing.
For us, that's big news. We opened this shop in a pandemic.
And the only reason I want to reach 10,000
swipe up
is because you can access more stuff. It's ridiculous that Instagram, especially if you're a business, I feel like you should just be able to pay. Like a fee or something to have some of that.
So guys, just keep that in mind. Only 9,000 of your closest friends to go, and we will be able to have the swipe up feature.
Now, what's that other one where you can like shop from?
Yeah. I think that's what swipe up is too.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Cara.
Oh,
yeah. We forgot to say that. So we did make it to the top 3 businesses for Gig Harbor's Finest, and it really was the small business category, right? Yep. Finest small business. Yep. So if you guys want to vote, we would love it if you would vote for us.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was exciting because there's always been rumors in the past about that competition. And we're not advertisers, so that was good. Like
I think that kind of blew the rumor right out of the water.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you guys missed it, Little Miss Paige is in the top 3 for finest artist in Gig Harbor. Yeah. So remember to vote for Hush Revelry too.
Yes, thank you. And I think because it's like under artist, and I think most people look for photographer. So that's always interesting because S and I have had this conversation before because, he's a photographer as well. And it's like nobody sees photographers as artists. Like it's almost like you.
What do they see you as?
Just like a photographer. Like, I don't know why, but it is just something that like people, when they think of artists, they think of like painter. I would say that even filmmakers, people probably don't look at filmmakers that way either. Like it's almost like you're in a different grouping or something, but yeah, it's weird, but
interesting.
Yeah, so that was a fun surprise for all the way around. Hush Revelry and Hey Darlin.
That's exciting.
Yeah, picture taker. See,
picture taker. You're just a picture taker.
I'm just a picture taker.
Hey, picture taker. I know it's really easy for you, and it doesn't take you any time or thought. So could you just take a photo for me?
Exactly. Elsie, that's what he said. You're just taking some photos.
Oh, yeah. I have heard enough of you guys. I know exactly where you're coming from.
Yeah. Well, I think it's any craft, really, and truthfully. People forget, I think in this day and age, too, supplies cost so much. Used to, like, okay, for example, like if you actually sew, which I am not good at all. I cannot sew at all. My mom is fabulous. And it's back in the day, it was cheaper to make something. Like if you went to get, I see this. Can you just do some vlog for me?
No, people really think that. They basically think what I do, I just take your name, I just plug it into a template, and then I just click, and then out comes your document. That's all it is. There's nothing important or skillful about what I do at all. So I feel you.
Yeah. She's being sarcastic.
I'm being sarcastic because every single thing I do,
Well, you didn't know you could just go online and make your own?
Do you know how many LegalZoom documents I have seen in the past 5 to 10 years that are just completely effed up? Just completely.
I can believe it.
And it's not LegalZoom's fault. It's user error. But you know what? It does take a little bit of knowledge to do some of it. And you don't know what you don't know. So you don't know that there's a problem with it. And that is a problem.
But something I have learned in 2020 is that everyone is an expert at everything.
At everything. At everything.
And they know exactly what they're talking about without fact checking.
Well, it does make me a little sad that I paid all that money and spent all that time and stress going to law school when I really didn't need to. I just could have Googled shit.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
No knock on Google, because I love Google. But I do not use Google for my legal questions.
Well, that's a good thing.
Same with my medical issues.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, don't get me started on that.
I one time had a brain tumor.
I always get the phone call from like the nursing aspect, like it's like, well, I already Googled this, and then well, what do you? And I'm like, you already have it. Don't ask me because you already have it set in your mind with the answers, and I don't know anything. So yeah, it's just funny. So that with all that being said, as we got completely off track, we did the tease for next week. We talked about the giveaway. About the workshop next week. Get Carver's Finest.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that's it. Oh, speaking of sewing, that's what I was talking about. So quick before we go. It used to be cheaper to sew and like make things, and now what we're seeing is that like the materials are so much more expensive that it's actually cheaper to just go buy it off of Amazon.
Yeah.
But we are having something made for us for November, and I know that's a little bit of a wet time. I mean, it's a little ways away, but I just had to show you guys.
It's so pretty.
I'm so excited, and I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but just look at these fabrics.
That's so pretty.
So we're super excited because we're having some custom stuff done for you guys.
I think that's something that people don't, well, maybe people do talk about. I don't know. We haven't really talked about it, but I know you deal with it. I deal with it. I deal with it in the candles. We deal with it with Hey Darlin. There's a real, I think the brick and mortar store and the artisan products that people make, there's a real issue that small business owners have right now with people looking to just get things for the cheapest that they possibly can. And like, well, why am I going to pay $22 for your candle if I can get one at one of those big box stores for $5, you know? And well, it's because we're not Amazon or Walmart, or we don't have a production company in China cranking everything out and paying people slave wages. We're like paying actual people real living wages here, supporting local people here, creating things that we know are good and sustainable and those kinds of things. And that is why they cost more money.
Preach.
Period. But I just think, you know, like, I think it's important to be really open about that. Like our shop, you're never going to find the cheapest deal on something in our shop, but that's okay. Yeah. We've sourced it. We do the best we can to keep prices good and reasonable, but at the end of the day,
we're also supporting others.
Yeah.
Like,
we're supporting other small businesses and artists because we buy from them, and you don't always do like a normal wholesale deal with people like that. And we want to support their businesses. That's really important to us. So
exactly.
Anywho,
and she said, so we're going to
leave
you
to church today.
We'll leave you with that on a serious note, but we do hope that you guys, yes, you were exactly who I was thinking of too. Just clapping.
Me too.
There's just a lot, you know, all those things.
Imagine
I don't
how
even
much
need
time,
to repeat it.
How much time does it take Cara to make one of those beautiful embroideries? It's her design that she's come up with, and then the time it takes to stitch everything, the picking of the perfect colors. It's not that easy.
It's not, and you have to like stay on trend too. Like you really are doing a lot of research of like what do people want, and what are the colors of the season, and what's home decor looking like this year, and style, and it's all those things. And it's the same with photography. I mean, in all honesty, I'm looking at card makers like, and seeing what they're doing and what they're promoting, because really and truthfully, that's what people are going to want. They're going to see them. They're going to say, oh, that looks beautiful in that font, in that format with that font. And I want that kind of background. And so you're just doing a lot of that kind of work that is not work that people see as your art, but it really, really is.
It is.
Yes. Hold on. Sorry. Yeah.
Just her. She does all of it herself. And
exactly.
That's really time consuming.
And it's the business side of things too. I think a lot of people think if you're really doing a good job with your small business, you are taking advantage of social media. And that's almost a full-time job within itself, especially if you don't, or not brick and mortar. And you need a place to like have people land and look at your products.
Yeah.
And so like for me, that's factored into my work day. Like that is lead gen time for me. It's a way to interact with people and you know, anyways.
And my Lord, it is time consuming. And it takes a lot of thought and energy and creativity. And sometimes that's really hard to get.
Yeah. Well, especially right when you're juggling.
Oh my God, I've been in
everything.
I've been in such a rut.
Yeah, I feel you. Same here. It's and this week was good to just kind of focus on the kids. It was a nice little like break, and feels good to have a successful week. Really, I mean, that's really.
Yeah.
I just loved seeing everybody's smiles. I can tell kids are just really, really excited to get back to it and have some interaction with other people.
Yes.
So that was really fun to see this week because my kids were hitting a wall. So and it was a game changer. I was just really shocked at how positive they were this week. So
are your like mine are getting along a lot better just like that. Are yours too?
Yes, it's like they're separated and they're doing their own thing that's age appropriate, and then they haven't been focusing on each other. So then all of a sudden they want to talk about it and like kind of come back together. So 100% agree. It was good to see because I was about to pull my hair out. Like,
yeah, I was hitting off for sure.
Yeah. So. Anyways, well, we hope you guys have a fabulous Labor Day weekend. Thanks for joining us. Go check out that giveaway. It's got some good stuff in it. And we will be back next week.
Yeah, see you next week.
All right.